we do not want a separation. We want a step aside to re-engage in some other way, but as equals. This is a historic grief that is still lying in the older generations, but for the new generation there's also the frustration of we have not been treated as equals. We have always a part of, and we have to be thankful and we have to be proud to be part of Spain.
Can you explain to us what is your mission here in Croatia? What is the mission of the office?
The Catalan delegation to Zagreb or Croatia or the Western Balkans, by definition, is a hub delegation from where we will cover the bilateral relationships of Catalonia with the former countries from Yugoslavia, and you have to add Albania, Bulgaria, Romania and Moldavia too. The Catalan government and of course instructed by the Catalan parliament has the right to have foreign relationships, but of course not like a regular state as you mentioned, but covers many aspects, not just cultural, sport, trade, investment, but also all these areas where, and this is especially my approach, where you can have a win-win cooperation with the hosting country or countries in this case.
The whole Europe is pretty much silent about what happened on that Sunday.
The capacity of the European government and the European institutions especially to react are slower than these historical moments need. Since it's a new situation, especially for all of us, I can understand that there is no script for such a situation. You don't have an emergency book saying what happens if 7.5 million European citizens called Catalans are in danger and endangered by the police that is supposed to protect them inside a state which is a member of the European Union. We have to react on the go, and I would have preferred wrong reactions as just silence. You have a lot of phone calls asking you to restrain, to open negotiation, to sit on a table, and we did it. We even stopped the Declaration of Independence, which thousands of people expected. We went to the table, we are sitting on the table and we're still waiting for the other part to come. And this wait is getting long, and the signs that we are getting is not that we will come to negotiate. On the contrary, they don't have political arguments. They only show the arguments of repression, and that is what's it's worrying us, and that is where now the European Union or the international institutions should react.
What actually happened during the parliament session when President Puigdemont had his speech, and what actually happened there?
So it was the moment to present a Declaration of Independence, but the President, before asking the Parliament to adopt this declaration, said, we have it, here it is, we will sign it, but it will be freezed because we will give an opportunity to dialogue. It was a referendum, it's the will of the people, it's the voice of almost 3 million Catalans. This is not a gun. This is a starting point.
What are the possible solutions of the problem?
Among the people, the emotions are very high. The adrenaline is also very high. There is some sense of frustration because many people expected a Declaration of Independence. But everyone understands that it's still time for dialogue. And we are still, like we are now, sitting on a table, and instead of having a camera woman in front, there should be the Spanish government, and they are not showing up. Instead of that, they are still sticking on their position, which is in a different level. So the only solution right now, again, it's Europe. So it's crucial at this very moment that we do not react. And, to be a pacifist is absolutely, it's 1,000 times harder than being a fascist, and but I vote for being a pacifist, I'm sorry, and that's what Catalans have always done, and I hope it will stay like that.
And for the end, last question, something that everybody asked me when I came back from Barcelona.
Not about Barca.
Where will Barcelona play if Catalonia leaves Spain?
I think Barca has more options than the Catalan citizens. If you stick on the strict rule of law regarding how national federations are organized, so since a club has to be affiliated to a national federation, there are two options. Because Football Club Barcelona is affiliated to the Spanish Football Federation, as long as the Spanish Football Federation do not expel them, they can play the Spanish league. Since many federations are also politically involved, the most logical would be that the Spanish Football Federation says that Girona, Barca and Espanyol do not belong anymore to the football federations, and automatically, to the Spanish Football Federation, automatically they will then withdraw from La Liga. But I have also an opinion, which is that at the end, La Liga is a private business, and if La Liga decides that I would say 30% of their capital is not worth to be lost, they will keep Barca playing La Liga, because this is one of the highest added value to this brand.